Hey, what's up? How you doing, everyone? It's James Romero here at SwitchWatch, your home for everything Nintendo Switch related. I'm massively excited. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone. We've just hit 5,000 subscribers and it really does mean the world to us. I'm back today with another review, and this is another indie title. This one is Vesta. The game was both produced and developed by Final Boss Games, and the guys over there gave us a copy for review purposes, so thank you very much. Is this one worth your hard-earned cash? With so many indie titles available, let's jump in and find out. You take on the role of Vesta, a 6-year-old girl who lives in what appears to be a post-apocalyptic world. She lives in an underground facility, and their mission is to reach the surface and escape the mechanical labyrinth. Bot, a seemingly friendly little robot that helps Vesta along the way and advises her that she must reach Mum, the leading AI near the surface. Droid is introduced as Vesta's sidekick robot, and the duo make an excellent team in tackling the game's 36 flaws and its robotic sentinels and pitfalls along the way. Droid is the muscle, and Vesta can harvest energy in order to power terminals, lifts and doors that have lost their charge over the years. The story is told to us in the form of a comic strip at the beginning of each of the game's 4 sections, and then with a few short text-based conversation cutscenes along the way. The story is solid, albeit not very exciting in the telling. I found myself skipping some of the text from Bot in particular. The game starts with some epic background sounds alongside the opening cutscene, and the music by Sonic Trigger is well composed and gives a sense of being in a mechanical world throughout. You can tell that you know what they're doing when it comes to producing music. However, the problem for me is it's just not varied enough, and it is rather flat at times. The game could have done with some voice acting or more variety in its music to bring the audio to life. Vesta's comic book cutscenes are really well drawn and are a nifty idea that's well executed. Elsewhere we see a top-down 3D world and characters that are impressive for a small developer, yet they do remind me of a PS1 game due to the low detailed levels, which was likely caused by the developer's budget. I really liked some of the details, such as the use of camera angles to obscure secrets throughout the levels and the way the foreground and the distance adds to the perspective. On the flip side, sometimes these get in the way as you cannot move the camera angle, obscuring some puzzles. The facility's design is bleak and mechanical, as is befitting the story, with one of the results being a fairly limited colour palette. Unfortunately, at some points in the game there is a slowdown effect. When I came across these specific areas, I tested it out by leaving and returning and loading up the game again, and my findings are that these issues are linked to specific areas through the game. Sadly, it's not that rare. However, luckily these slowdowns do not significantly impact gameplay. Vesta originally struck me as a platformer, and whilst there are certainly platforming elements, it's fair to say that I soon realised that mainly this game is a puzzler at heart. You get to switch between Vesta and Droid, the ever increasing complicated puzzles across the game's 36 levels, broken into 4 9-level sections. In each level you must explore the floor using both characters in order to find both a route to the end and a number of energy sources in order to power the lift to take you up a floor. Vesta has the ability to absorb energy from robots that are either broken down or your enemies. These are sentinels that roam the levels and will attack you on sight. Vesta will be killed in 1 hit, whilst the beefier droid can take up to 3 hits and can shoot enemies, temporarily stunning them, giving Vesta time to sneak in and absorb their energy. The main challenge comes in the form of figuring out the correct path to complete a level and switching between characters at the right time without leaving one of them behind or in a dangerous position. You might need to bring Droid along a moving platform whilst controlling Vesta, because taking a power source out of its socket will power the platform down, stranding Droid if done at the wrong time. One frustration with this is a simple one. Because you need both characters to get onto platforms, there is a lot of waiting around and switching, moving and switching back. In addition, you can find yourself completing a whole level and at the end realise that you did things in a slightly the wrong order and need to start again. Droid gets to shoot some sweet rockets, but he can only fire in 8 directions, which is surprisingly restrictive and can be annoying when lining up your characters. These fiddly control issues detract from the game's experience, but on the flip side, make completing a level really quite satisfying. On the move, Vesta plays just as well as when it's docked without any additional performance drops. The difficulty progression is well balanced, and whilst there are a few spikes, they feel few and far between. The curve is spot on. For your $14.99 in the US and £11.36 in the UK, you'll get about 6 hours of play from the campaign and some level of replay value in the form of 5 secrets hidden on each level. A fair price for a 3D puzzler. Overall, Vesta offers a good puzzler experience with fun dual character gameplay and a nice and steady progression curve. For the positives, however, we have some performance issues and generally frustrating controls that will turn some off. Overall, the game is a nice way to pass a few hours, but it won't be one for you to reach for after a single playthrough. All said and done, Vesta to me is a respectable 6 out of 10. If it's your first time here, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for checking us out. If you want to stay up to date with everything Nintendo Switch related, SwitchWatch is your home. So check us out, subscribe, and head over to switchwatch.co.uk for more interesting stuff like news and featured articles. If you're here regularly, we really do appreciate you supporting us. Hope to see you again very soon. Leave us a comment if you pick up this game, if you agree with me or not. Hope to see you again. I'm James Romero. This is SwitchWatch. Take care.